E3 season is here in Southern California. It's nice to have a trade show close by, and I'm really excited for this year's show because I'm actually looking to get a new console. I sat out buying one last year. I wanted to see what Project Scorpio was going to end up being. I moved the past few months. I bought my first 4K TV, so I was really paying close attention to which one was going to be right for me, and I started doing research on which one I wanted to buy. As I watched Sony's and Microsoft's keynotes, I realized that maybe I'm not alone. Maybe you guys want to buy a new console too. I'm not really a hardcore gamer. I casually like to play games. I use my consoles a lot for media streaming. So maybe you're like me, maybe you're more hardcore gaming, but either way, this is how I made my decision for which console to buy. So let me run through everything. So price, big determining factor. PS4 Pro is $399. You can walk into a store right now, pick one up, put it in your bag, go home, start playing tonight or maybe like an hour from now, depending how far you live. I don't know. Project Scorpio is now called Xbox One X, Xbonks. It's gonna set you back just shy of $500, which was, I believe, the original Xbox One launch price, but it won't be available until November, so you gotta wait. And even then, it'll probably be in short supply. You're gonna have to fight some parents for Christmas gifts. It's not gonna be available until later on in the year, which is a big thing. If you want a game now, November's very far away. I know for a lot of you guys, game exclusives are the big determining factor for which console you buy. You don't care which one it is, as long as it's got the games you want. Of course, both offer the typical cross-platform things like Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, Battlefield. So a ton of exclusives, especially on the Sony side. Since the PS4 Pro was announced last year, they spent a lot of time in their keynote focusing on games. They also announced some exclusives earlier in the year. You got things like Death Stranding, God of War, Gran Turismo, Last of Us, a surprisingly badass looking Spider-Man game, and new DLC for Uncharted. Microsoft, less exclusive games, at least right now, things like Forza, Crackdown, and a new State of Decay. Of course, other games like new Halo presumably coming, Halo Wars 2, and I loved the original Halo Wars. I think I might have been the only one, but those sort of Microsoft staples, of course, will be there as well. So both will offer, of course, 4K gaming and HDR support. The Xbox One X, the PS4 beat, though, in most of the spec department, especially raw specs, which I kind of guess you would expect because it's almost a year newer. Both consoles feature octa-core processors. The Xbox One is clocked a little bit higher at 2.3 versus 2.1 on the PS4 Pro. Nominal, but it is there. So when it comes to memory, and that's a big deal for games, not necessarily now, but sort of later on in the console's lifespan, the Xbox One X has 12 gigs of DDR5. The PS4 Pro has 8 gigs of that same DDR5. Both consoles ship, at least right now, with 1 terabyte of internal storage, but you can just plug in a lot of external hard drive options and expand that if you need. So physical media, I don't know where you guys fall on it, whether it's dead to you or you still collect some. I've got some older Blu-rays, my wedding movie's on Blu-ray, so I like to have it, but it's not a deciding factor necessarily. But oddly, the PS4 Pro can't support any of the new generation Blu-ray, so the 4K and HDR Blu-ray will not play on the PS4 Pro, even though Sony is one of the heads of the Blu-ray consortium. The Xbox One X, on their hands, can play any Blu-ray you can find, put it in 4K HDR, and it'll play. So that may factor into your decision. So if you're coming from a legacy console, you've got a Xbox 360 or PS3 or older, backwards compatibility might be something you want to consider. So putting a physical disc in the PS4 Pro from any other generation console is not going to work. Xbox One X, different story. Supports some Xbox 360 games and even going to support original Xbox games. That list should be growing, but we don't know the full list right now. So VR is an interesting one to talk about. Maybe you're Keenan Feldsbar and you think VR is the future, or maybe you're like a Richard Hendricks and you think it's a fad. I'm not sure where you guys are on that, but if VR is what you guys are looking for, PlayStation 4 is going to be your only choice. It offers a really well-rounded VR experience. Games are already available, it works well, it's pretty immersive, and you can pick it up today. We don't know what Microsoft's going to do for VR. Presumably it'll be something, but as of right now, they don't have anything, and it's not an option. So I want to get to a conclusion and tell you guys what I decided, because I'm excited. So the Xbox One X, certainly more expensive. $100 is not anything to scoff at. Like I said, I'm a bit more of a casual gamer than a hardcore gamer. Most of what I use my consoles for is as a media streamer. So I like the ability to play any type of Blu-rays, whether I decide to buy 4K Blu-rays or not, in the Xbox One. I also have a lot of Xbox One accessories from my original Xbox One. I can certainly use those same controllers with it. In fact, I prefer the way the controller feels of the Xbox One and now the Xbox One X. So for me, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until November. I'm gonna pick up an Xbox One X and be pretty damn excited about it. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm in the minority of sort of being a casual gamer and not sort of hardcore. I know maybe you guys are PC master race. I want to know. Tell me why. Hope you guys enjoy our E3 coverage. I love this time of year. Just fun to sort of see the new stuff coming out. It makes me happy, and I enjoy it. So anyway, again, comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed our E3 coverage. I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo.